to start us off today, a phone call from Baoba, no doubt to tell me that the second test is ready. There we go. But, you know, it's not like I have any emergencies to attend to, like, oh, I don't know, going to rescue the people of Goldenrod. But then again, I decided to come here for some spelunking instead of going to save them. So I guess the joke's on me, so fine, I'll go do your second test once I'm out of here. Speaking of which, last time we did most of the Whirl Islands, and and by that I mean almost all of them. Well, except for the path that leads to Lugia, of course, can't take care of that quite yet. For the rest, we're almost done. Heck, you just saw that ladder that led to the surface, so yeah, very close to being done here. And wow, I just ran quite a long way without encountering a single random battle. Try doing that in black and white. Yeah, good luck. And no repels either. Repels don't give you bragging rights. Repels are pretty much cheating, and they don't give you any experience points either. And they cost money too, so which is why I never ever use them unless I absolutely need to, like those mock bike puzzles in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Those you pretty much need repels, but otherwise you shouldn't bother with them. So, I believe we are out of here, yes. So, now that that's done, I'm going to go humor Baoba by doing his second test. Baoba's a really weird name, and now that I think about it, it was the same in the Japanese version, but I thought it would be like Americanized, like he'd be called Bob or something. But I guess not. I'm just gonna heal my team in the meantime because we still went through a cave, so that burnt a lot of PP, especially for Thunderbolt. So yeah, even though we don't need PP in the Safari Zone at all, or Pokemon for that matter. So let's head over to the Safari Zone to see what Baoba has for us. Even though I already know it's basically a tutorial for the customization thing that you can use to swap areas in the Safari Zone. Yeah, gotta catch a Sandshrew. However, Sandshrew cannot be found in the 6 areas that you're given at the beginning, and now he's going to show me the little device that's going to allow us to customize the Safari Zone. I have no idea exactly how that works. Like, do a bunch of Machamp just come and carry that huge plate and just, you know, take it away and carry another one in its place? Or, you know, is it just really futuristic high-tech stuff? Or I don't know, but whatever. It's fun. This Safari Zone is easily the best yet, so I guess I don't have the right to complain. Okay, where's Sandshrew, though? I want to know that. Okay, Sandshrew live in the desert. I guess that makes sense since they're typically desert dwellers, even though there weren't deserts in Pokemon until Generation 3, and Sandshrew's a Generation 1 Pokemon. But regardless, okay, desert's right here. We're gonna put it right at the entrance. Even though areas are really small in this Safari Zone, I guess it saves like 5 seconds or something. But anyway, let's head into the Safari Zone. If I catch a Sandshrew, I'm not gonna bother using my remaining balls to catch random stuff that I don't really need, because I don't feel like wasting much time. There is still something else that I want to cover before heading to Goldenrod. Hey, Sandshrew! On my first encounter, let's see if I can catch him on my first ball. That would be awesome. 1, 2. Nope! Not happening. Okay, at least it's giving me another chance. Let's see now. Sandshrew shouldn't have too much of a catch rate. Well, on the contrary, it should have a high catch rate because it's not a very powerful Pokemon. I haven't checked Passerby, but I'm imagining it's something like 150 or 200. And there we go, 3 balls didn't work, so it went away. So let's try and find another one. Oh, Cubone. Didn't know they thought Cubone was a desert Pokemon, but oh well, whatever. By the way, Sandshrew is a Sand Slash! Unfortunately, it's not gonna pass, even though Yeah, you know, catching a Sand Slash is harder than catching a Sandshrew because of the catch rate, but anyway, Sandshrew is the only place where you can find one in Soul Silver. In Hard Gold, you can also find some in the Union Cave in Mount Moon, but Baoba won't take anything that is not from the Safari Zone, because ever since Crystal, every Pokemon has a tag that tells you where the Pokemon was caught, so yeah, you won't be able to just go somewhere else and show Baoba or a Geodude or a Sandshrew. It's not gonna work. It absolutely has to come from the Safari Zone, and so many Sand Slashes! Well, maybe not. It's like the second or third that I've encountered, but it seems like they're more common than Sandshrews, which is sort of topsy-turvy. And here's another one. Come on, I just want a Sandshrew here. Is it too hard to ask for? I mean, Sandshrew's not even that good a Pokemon anyway. Okay, there we go. Found another one. Okay, so at least the good thing is that you don't have to spend time weakening them, but there's still that very irritating the fact that you can't even make them easier to catch by weakening them, and there's the fact that they run away as well. Am I gonna get it? Yeah, alright, so that's another thing done. So, as I said, I have 25 balls left. And that may sound like a waste of money, like $417 by my count. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, I'm just gonna let those few $100 go to waste, because I really don't feel like staying here any longer. I still have other things to do. Like, for example, showing the Sandshrew to Baoba. And since it's in the PC, it's gonna take a few extra seconds. By the way, I guess my controller is sort of happy that I'm not doing Ocarina of Time today, because last night I encountered for the very first time the horror that is Cloud Cuckoo Land Canary Mary. Like, no joke. If my controller was alive, it would be on fucking strike right now, because, you know, other games have their button mashing situations like Mario Party, but this, oh my god! I don't know how a human being can possibly mash buttons as fast as is expected of this game. And then you have to mix it up by exploiting the worst rubber band AI I have ever seen in my life. But that's enough of that, else I'll be here all day. Anyway, passed the 2 tests, and I am now the Safari Zone owner. Yeah, I don't know how that works either. He goes to all the trouble to build this state-of-the-art facility and a town right next to it, and he just gives it to the first kid that comes along. Yeah, I don't know how that works either. Will you kindly continue to pay admission? I own this fucking place! This is my decision to make! Though, I guess, forget about it. It's not like I'm gonna be coming back here in this LP anyway. In a regular playthrough, I definitely would, but this is an LP run, and, I'm not trying to fill up my Pokédex anyway. So I'm just going to recall my Wooper that I deposited to make room for the Sandshrew, and after that, there's just one last thing that I want to take care of before heading to Goldenrod and rescue it from Team Rocket. Now, I'm going to fly to Violet City, though you can also go for Goldenrod or Ecruteak. Doesn't matter what your destination is, because we're going to Route 36. This can only be done after meeting Suicune and using on Route 42 right next to the central entrance to Mount Mortar. What you want to do, you want to head over to Route 36, and once you're there, you head over to the westernmost end of the route where there's an apricorn tree, and you're going to encounter Suicune there once again. This is required if you want to progress. No Suicune? Well, I guess I can take the apricorn, but I thought Suicune was supposed to appear here. I know for a fact that it appears here in Crystal. So don't ask me why it's not appearing here right now. I'm going to make some research and bring it up in the movie description or an annotation, depending on how many people comment on this, despite, me already saying I'd do some research. Anyway, Entei is gonna go in the lead since I want to give it a few EVs, since I've already done so for Raikou, EVs and levels, that is, and Entei's lagging behind a bit, so yeah, I'm gonna be using Entei as the lead for this next part. Anyway, we want to go back to the radio tower, and this guy is still derping at the tower like he was when we first came here. Really not doing anything at all, just watching the tower while his colleagues do all the hard work. I love making fun of this guy, never gets old. Of course, no one can visit the tower right now. And something new in Hard Gold and Soul Silver. This grunt here is blocking access to the other floors. And he's not going to let anyone pass except members of Team Rocket. And he's telling us that we can only come through if we're wearing the Team Rocket uniform. Now, where have I seen a Team Rocket uniform in this town? Of course, the camera studio, that for some reason had me wear one of these uniforms for taking a photo. Though, if you didn't go there beforehand, I wonder how you'd be supposed to know to go there in the first place. I would imagine that people who just bypass the studio entirely would have no idea where to find the uniform, and that could be a problem. But fortunately, I've played this game before, and I remembered it too from this playthrough as well. Anyway, this guy says that they ran out of uniforms and this studio had a few, so he borrowed one. I love how it was in quotes. And he thinks that I'm a rocket grunt. I don't know why he came to that conclusion, but just look at the facts, will you? I'm walking with an Entei. A fucking Entei. Do you think that Team Rocket provides Enteis for their grunts to use? Have you ever seen a rocket grunt with anything better than a coughing? And I've got a freaking Entei with me? Not even in my Pokeballs either. He saw the freaking thing! Sorry, I know I shouldn't try and make fun of these games, but it's always so fun to try and see what kind of inane stuff I can come up with to try and poke holes into the game's logic. And yeah, that guy was about to let me through, but unfortunately Silver has to come and ruin the party. And of course he's got to recognize me because he lost to me so many times, even though they never counted according to him. But anyway, I've been unmasked, so I guess the whole sneaking mission thing is out of the window, which I guess makes sense considering it's a remake of Gold, Silver, Crystal, where you just didn't sneak in there, you just pummeled everything. Anyway, now that this guard he's not pleased that I just fooled him, so... but then again, blame your freaking colleague who thought I was a rocket grunt despite walking with a freaking Entei. And speaking of which, now we get a proper sample of what a Team Rocket Grunt's team should look like, which is 2 Raticates. Yeah, I guess when I said that they'd never have anything better than coughing, like, yes, Raticate might be better than coughing, but, that was just a figure of speech. Don't go commenting about how you saw a rocket grunt with, I don't remember what kind of Pokemon before, but it was just humor. The point is that usually rocket grunts have teams that absolutely suck ass and they can't do their criminal deeds with such weak Pokemon. Anyway, as for Silver, you might be thinking that he wants to battle now, but not quite yet. It's gonna wait until a little bit further into this story arc. And as I said, I believe Bulbagarden is wrong on a few things when it comes to that fight. But unfortunately, we're just about out of time, so this is all gonna have to wait until the next video.